Did Dave's wife see a doodle sock in Germany? Find out on tonight's Podcast Them Down.
Cast them down.
Hail, Metal Nation. This is Podcast Them Down. I'm Tim. I'm trying to remember all the intros, but we're all in a serial fog because we're recording this right after the Halloween episode.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Even though I think this is airing around...
Like Christmas.
Yeah.
You
So,
should probably introduce Dave.
here again with Matt.
Howdy.
But
How do you do?
no one cares because
Aw.
we're here to... They don't care about me either.
Okay.
Because we are here to hear about Dave and Michelle going to see Blind Guardian in Deutschland.
Yeah, it was truly a magical experience that had been put off like twice. Yes, twice, thanks to COVID. It was a rescheduled event that was originally set to take place in September of 2020, but we finally managed to make it there in September of 2022, just recently.
Once again, Matt's like just rubbing on his phone.
No,
This you don't care.
No, this is what I do in episodes. I'm looking up topical things to say.
Seeking
Not
relevant...
obvious. Yeah, for the listener, we're on the couch.
Sorry.
And
It's okay.
we're trying to kill the taste of the expired cereal.
Yeah.
So much cereal.
With alcohol.
I apologize in advance if you hear me chewing. Okay, so you went to Germany.
Right.
Yeah, and I got...
Now you're the asshole on his phone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to look up the set list.
Oh, well, I
Okay.
can tell you the set list.
Well, no, you can't.
Well, what maybe?
Because you gotta tell us where in Germany...
Yeah, and how you got there.
Right. So where in Germany it was in Bayern, the proud southern state of kings and other leaders of certain periods of history, and beautiful nature and the mountains and truly the sound of music in those hills.
That was Austria, but yeah, sure.
I mean, Austria is just a stone's throw from southern Germany.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you know what? Our favorite band, the Bavara Austria Brothers United, is half from there.
Right.
Yeah.
How about that? We met a nice young lady from Tyrol.
Ooh, okay.
Isn't that in Game of Thrones?
That's House Tyrell.
Oh. Isn't that what Germans call paracetamol?
Wow.
What was the city called? Was it Schlachthof?
It was not Schlachthof.
Was it München?
It was not. Well,
We stayed in München.
stayed near München.
Okay.
Where'd you fly into?
We stayed at the airport. I mean, the airport hotel.
That's a little different.
All right, that's you went from one Tom Hanks movie to another one.
Oberhausen?
Close, but wrong.
Cologne?
Nope. You're
Osnabrück?
wrong way. Wrong way.
Osnabrück again?
No.
Sittard, Netherlands?
No. It's still going the wrong way.
Hamburg? Well, this doesn't go far back enough
It doesn't
then.
go chronologically?
I want to play the Google
Oh,
game.
maybe I was going later dates.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Page 2.
Wait, not later dates. It was in September.
Munich.
Yes. No.
Stuttgart.
No.
Frankfurt.
Close.
Augsburg,
Pratteln.
Steinberg,
Nope.
Pratteln.
Erding,
No, it's in Switzerland.
Freising,
Oh, so it is.
Pratteln is.
Memmingen.
Yes, there
That
we
was
go.
the one.
Mendingen,
Saarbrücken?
Memmingen. We didn't get to go to Saarbrücken. We wanted to go, but we didn't. have the
Busen?
opportunity.
So for those
We did-
keeping track, that is the tour in reverse.
Innsbruck.
We did not.
We did
get
not
to
go to-
the Twilight.
They only
Town
went
of
to
Innsbruck.
one. They
Oh.
went to this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So unfortunately,
Oh, Commonwerk.
yeah.
It was at Commonwerk.
Yes, we went to Commonwerk.
Which means the chimney factory.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Now, a little bit. I mean, somewhat disconcerting for me to be at a chimney factory.
Oh God.
Way to bring the mood
Wow.
down.
You know, eating a box of horrible cereal is now the second worst thing that happened today.
It's hard to forget.
You know, I vow never to.
Yeah.
This is why my favorite podcast in the whole world is this one. So I've got a history of taking outrageous trips to see concerts.
Okay.
Because, you know, we have one life and I feel like I would rather squander my resources flying to see shows than to really plan for my future in any kind of responsible way.
Sense.
After I got married, I suckered my wife into this and said, we'll go to the show in the area of Germany that you want to go to.
So the show was secondary to the destination?
The show was the reason to go, but we could have seen them anywhere in Germany. We could have gone to Berlin. We could have gone to
Oh,
Hamburg.
I see. Okay.
But
The tour, you're burying the exciting thing
the
about
exciting
the tour.
part. Right. So this was Blind Guardian's 30th anniversary of their album Somewhere Far Beyond, which reasonable minds may differ, but I think it is one of the major turning points in their early career when they got a more symphonic and conceptual scope to their music. When before it had been, really interesting melodic thrash metal or German speed metal in the vein of like Halloween or Accept. Did I say Halloween? I did. I mean Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween. And that's all the Halloween songs we know off the top of our
that's
head.
pretty much it.
That's all I got.
But this is it's a big album. It's an important one to me. The title track, Somewhere Far Beyond, is an epic track that tells the story, that had been written up until that point, of Child Roland who slings guns and goes to the Dark Tower. So
I didn't even know that was about the Dark Tower.
oh yeah,
That's about the Dark
Somewhere
Tower?
Far Beyond is about the Dark Tower.
Wow.
But it only gets up through the drawing of the three because that's all he had written at that point.
Okay.
So it hadn't gotten long, boring, and tedious yet.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't.
Yes, Tim agrees with me.
We don't get to meet Stephen King in Blind Guardian's Somewhere Far Beyond.
You know what the story's missing?
Oh, God.
Me.
All right, so I'm a disciple of Saint Stephen, and I'm just gonna let this lie.
Okay.
We're gonna
Okay.
get back to the matter at hand.
Yep.
Which is how much my wife wanted to go to Bavaria.
Okay. She really wanted to go to Bavaria.
I did.
Why is that?
So there is. I am female and I'm American. Therefore, I spent my entire life looking at the Disney castles and the Cinderella castle in it's either Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty, but the castle that is built at Disneyland in Anaheim is based off of.
Boo! See, I don't have my soundboards. I had to do the boo.
You suck. You suck.
The Disney theme park in Anaheim has this castle that is modeled directly after Neuschwanstein.
Yeah, the Ludwig II.
Yes, correct. Ludwig II, who
Same King Ludwig.
Oh, yep. Nothing wrong with him.
absolutely nothing wrong with him. And when we were planning this trip, initially it was going to be, we bought 6 tickets. The whole plan was like, we're gonna have Tim come. We're gonna have
Yes, I was going.
You were
to
supposed to go to
I
that?
was supposed to go to it.
and so was Abigail and Colin, and
My sister and brother-in-law.
so but then COVID happened, and then those two insisted on having a child, and
Ooh.
Hey,
Tim got busy.
No, I just ran out of money.
Oh.
So
I wanted to have a home to come back to.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
So
Oh
by
my God,
the
this is
time
not sitting well.
by the time it got to us getting on the trip, we had 6 tickets and we only needed 2 of them. So we had a very fun game of passing these tickets around willy nilly.
yeah.
So there's an interesting story about that we can go into.
You also purchased them
well in advance.
like years in
I
advance
bought these
because
in
of
29. Well, I bought these before Burning Shadows went to Germany.
wow.
Yes,
Wow. So that's
they've been
the fall of 2019.
they have been
I bought it
in.
when they announced them because my thought was like maybe I can go, maybe I can't. But these tickets are like 40 euros a piece.
Yeah,
and
so why
that
not?
is future insurance against regret.
It's not like there's going to be a world-ending pandemic or any bullshit like that.
So we made plans to see them in Memmingen, which is a small town in Bavaria, and I wanted to see them in a small town because I personally think German small towns are precious and adorable, and I don't need to go to any more German cities.
Okay.
Unless I'm going for a specific historical reason, which for this one, we weren't really.
Like a lecture at the University of Humboldt or something.
Indeed.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Oh, man. Or like a tour of the great beer vats of Regensburg.
Ooh, yeah.
Or the printing presses at Heidelberg.
Ooh,
I can
printing
think of
presses.
Plenty of, yeah. Don't even get me started on printing presses, Matt.
We have a printing press episode.
God, I hope so.
What would that be like?
We could talk about offset lithograph. We could talk about movable type. Movable type is literally fucking metal.
Like hot plates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screen printing.
Lithographs of various kinds.
Yeah.
Movable type.
Lino cut pressing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Blind Guardian doesn't have limited edition lino cut prints at their shows.
Well, that's why I don't like them.
Yeah. I would like them even more if they did. But I feel like we're getting a little bit off track. We went to Memmingen.
They have it in Braille. Because they're blind.
I got it.
What am I guarding? I can't even see anything.
I wanted you to sit in it.
Oh, I'm sitting in it.
He's also sitting in all the spilled milk.
Yeah.
All that fruit brute milk.
So,
Yeah.
Let him drive.
oh,
Yeah. All right. So there we find ourselves right now. I don't know. Have we I'm not sure, Metal Nation, if I've gotten a chance to talk to you about the grievous wound that I sustained on my beloved wife's birthday.
wait. Well, we need to hear about that.
Well, it's when I axed myself in the foot.
What?
We're doing a full episode.
Oh, that's
on
an
that.
episode on
That's
that?
an episode.
There will be an episode
There will
all
be-
about Dave's axhole.
or depending on when you're listening to this, there already is an episode. So
Man,
we filled up
Who knows?
November.
I can't wait to hear
but
about
yeah,
your asshole.
so I had put an axe hole in myself. Literal days before we flew out to
Oh
Germany.
my god.
So I was hobbling through the airport on a knee scooter in a walking boot.
In some old German town.
In some old German town.
There were uneven bricks and uneven
Yeah.
stones.
Cobbles.
So that was fun.
Accessibility.
Yeah, it makes you appreciate the Americans
Oh.
with Disabilities Act.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't even gotten to the hill to get up to Neuschwanstein.
Oh no.
So I'm not a learned man of science. I did make it through high school physics. My teacher unkindly asked me if I even opened it when I turned my textbook in at the end of the year.
Oh.
I know. I really did try hard too. I thought physics was cool. But yeah, the whole like notion of acceleration due to gravity and coefficients of friction, I learned
Totally
a very
rolled down the hill.
first-hand lesson in that.
Oh my god.
Right
You
down the hill.
needed an engineer.
What I needed was someone to hitch me up to Michelle here so she could pull me up to the
Oh
top.
yeah, you could have been like it could have been like a Baby Yoda thing. You could have like a backpack.
Or it could have been like, you know how the Germans like to do carry your wife contests?
And the English also do this.
Yeah.
I thought the Finns did it.
Apparently a lot of people
Very
do it.
popular.
Pan Northern European thing. Michelle could have
Okay.
done the reverse of this, a carry your husband.
Carry your
up the hill.
husband.
Did they make Bjorns that size?
A Davy Bjorn.
Davy Bjorn. Cheers, Matthew.
That was the
That was the microphone.
Okay.
I think all that red 40 is getting to your brain.
I think I'm dying.
For our listeners, that was a month ago.
Yeah.
Go listen to the month ago.
Go listen to the Halloween episode to catch up.
So we're traveling through this tiny little town because we only had 4 days in the country, right?
That's quick.
It was extremely quick. That was all we could manage because Michelle's sister was getting married.
There's a lot of people trying to schedule life events around this concert.
Very true. A lot of people getting
A lot
in the way
of
of our
inconsiderate people.
trip, right? No one asked us about this when they made their life plans.
yeah.
I'm just saying. So we only had like a day in Munich, a day in Memmingen, a day in Füssen and the
Wow.
Neuschwanstein area, and then travel time.
Okay.
So-
How did you deal with jet lag? Because I imagine that.
So we landed. We took TAP Air, which
Budget Portuguese airline that got us there safely.
which is fine. And
Right into Munich, or was it direct? Or
we stopped in Lisbon. We stopped in Lisbon.
Lisboa.
And on the way there, I slept pretty soundly on the flight from Lisbon to Munich,
Okay.
which was perfect because when we landed, we checked into the
What's that,
hotel.
like 2 hours?
3 hours.
3
This
hours?
is a 3-hour flight. And I slept the entire time. I actually snuggled up under Dave's metal jacket. That was really cozy.
Some adorable shots.
And we got to our hotel. And I was lugging all of the suitcases because he obviously was
couldn't
lugging
do it.
himself.
Eating myself.
In a way, he was an additional suitcase.
Yes. And so when we got to the hotel, we took showers, and then I was like, let's go. And here is where I will just have to say to all of our German listeners, I have never been more jealous of a people in my entire life. Your trains are to die for. I would sell my soul to have a rail system like that.
The Bahn.
Yep. So we took the train from the airport.
Bond die.
from the airport to Marienplatz. And we had
Marienplatz?
we did the Hofbrauhaus that night, and we
Could have
spent.
just gone to Pittsburgh, but whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, but we got to go to the real thing.
Oh, okay.
Do you know how much effort it is to take a train from Baltimore to Pittsburgh?
Oh, I can only imagine.
Can you do it? Do you have to go
I
to
believe
Chicago?
you have to
Did you
go
do
through
this-
New York City.
Gotta go
Do you
through
have to do-
Chicago.
I looked into taking the train to central New York a few times, and it takes 14 hours because you have to go to New York City
Yeah.
and then wait 12 hours or something.
You probably
Absolutely
have to go
not.
to like New York, Harrisburg.
Yeah, because they completely destroyed our rail system and they won't build a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, this week on infrastructure them down.
Well, let me infrastructure you this real quick. You know what? The Pennsylvania Turnpike was originally built
Train
on.
sound.
The Pennsylvania Turnpike was originally built on a right of way for a railroad.
Wow.
Oh, that's convenient. Oh no.
Exactly.
Well,
Pennsylvania sucks.
you suck.
All right.
Okay, so you
So you took the train.
train,
Took the train.
took a
Took
shower,
the train to Pittsburgh.
Took the train to Pittsburgh.
pushed Dave up the hill.
Yep.
Now you're in.
And now we're at the show.
Okay. Wow, that was the day you landed.
No, none of this is chronological.
Oh.
I was pushed up the hill at the end of the trip.
Okay, so
Really, I was pushed up the hill by myself.
so you arrive in Munich.
So we arrive in Munich. We have our dinner at the Hofbrauhaus.
Okay.
The portion was at once modest and also way too much.
What'd you eat?
I got a pork belly.
And I had suckling pig
She had
Suckling
suckling pig.
with the best sauerkraut I've ever had. And
Herb sauerkraut.
I don't like sauerkraut.
Well, Michelle doesn't like American sauerkraut.
The best awful thing I ever had.
Compare it to the place we ate at in Bamberg.
It is just like the place we ate at in Bamberg, except outdoors.
If you want to know what we're talking about, you have to buy the Burning Shadows Steel
official boot?
Diplomacy
That's right.
DVD and watch the behind the scenes available at burningshadows.bandcamp.com and not steelresolve.com,
Yeah,
which is, as of recording, still hacked.
Steal Resolve, more like steal your data.
And don't forget to listen to that official bootleg. It's my favorite
Official.
bootleg.
Bootleg.
Link in the description.
So, yes, the Hofbrauhaus was delightful. Michelle managed to wrangle seats for us outside under
Ooh.
this enormous tree. Frau Bauer was our
Waitress.
waitress.
Was she from the tree?
She was not,
Okay.
amazingly enough. But it was great. We got to we had the first tapping of this year's Oktoberfest beer.
Oh,
wow.
Because
Wait,
they-
what month was this?
This
was
is September
September.
1st.
Yeah.
Oh, so they
was 2 weeks.
they do they don't start Oktoberfest in early August like they do in America.
No.
No, Oktoberfest in Munich
It's
started
actually Oktoberfest.
No, it
it
actually
starts
that actually started on the day of my sister's wedding. It started on September 17th. And it's typically when it is. It's typically during the third week.
Right.
Yeah, it's the
of
last
September.
week or so of September.
So, but they tap the beer.
Yeah, they started pouring the beer because
That's awesome.
they have. So the beer is like you can get your Kristallweiss, Hefeweizen, Saison, which is not indeed a Saison like American drinkers would think a Saison is. It's just literally their seasonal beer, which when we were there happened to be the first tapping of their Oktoberfest.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
How was it?
It was fantastic.
How many ears did you give it?
I gave it 3 tracheas.
Oh wow.
I mean, two ears and 1 nose.
Okay, that's pretty. It's pretty solid.
Oh yeah, it was great. And thanks to the German rail system, because we wouldn't have been able to do this whole thing had it not been for the trains. The next day, it's Blind Guardian time.
All right.
Right?
But real quick,
Yeah.
Korea also has good trains,
Oh, yeah?
which I learned from a documentary called Train to Busan that I watched the other day because it's almost Halloween as of the time we're recording this.
Korea does have actually some pretty awesome.
There is a zombie outbreak and all of Korea is falling, but the conductor decides to drive to Busan anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a dedicated employee of the Korean rail system.
And he's aware of the situation
Naturally.
on the train.
But I feel like a train is a a pretty bad spot to be in a zombie.
Not if you're the conductor, apparently.
I guess so.
Spoiler, he got eaten when he got out.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, the CEO threw him to a zombie.
Wow.
But anyway,
wow.
it's a great movie.
It sounds great. It's making me angry.
But it wasn't as great as Blind Guardian.
Hard to imagine that it. Not to impugn this film I've never seen, but Blind Guardian was pretty goddamn great. So we get into Memmingen. We had gotten a hotel for the night because we didn't want the stress of having to take like a train journey back.
Right.
after.
No, that's a lot.
So got the hotel, which was a fairly nice hotel in a old little building. A lot of horse theme, as I recall.
Yes, it was.
Horse hotel.
It was not a horse hotel.
Okay.
It was a horse-themed hotel.
Okay. All right.
The continental breakfast comes in a bag they strap to your face.
I hope you like oats.
There was no there were no Tupperware containers with supplements. There was no grain. There were no apples. Or there might have been apples,
There's a
but
sugar cube on my pillow.
I'm just thinking about staying in the barn and Crushinator Joe.
Oh no.
So we had all these extra tickets, right?
Okay.
And I brought them with us.
Oh, you scalp him?
We tried and succeeded.
Ah.
But no, it's not scalping. we just wanted to get
Why'd you
somebody
say
to
it
the
like
show.
that?
no, this is where we do have to actually
Comedic effect.
we do have to actually talk about our mutual love of the band Fish here because there is a practice. There is
Hold on. What is it? 1 hour 34 minutes of minus 58. Oh, that was it. There's your fish thing of the week.
So there is a practice in the Fish community that we took from the Grateful Dead community.
God, is it
where-
candy flipping?
It's not candy.
It's not candy
I
flipping.
didn't want to do that in Germany because, like, again, navigating a foreign country.
And so if you have extra tickets and you're trying to get rid of it, it's the day of the show. If people are trying to get in, you basically can just like give your ticket to them.
They stick a finger in the air looking for a ticket, and you can either haggle some sort of arrangement or just hand it over.
Y'all know that's like an every show thing, right? Like that's not a fish specific thing. Like if you have extra tickets, you can sell them or give them away.
Guys outside of Caps games who do that.
Well, thank you for making me look like a fool.
No, the point is,
Online.
you don't look like a fool online.
Wait, is it called ticket fishing?
It's not called ticket fishing.
Man.
It's called getting miracled.
Oh, fuck you.
Hey, I didn't come up with the name. You can blame the jam community.
God.
So it was it's a sold out show, right?
I got miracled.
Yes, that's what people say.
Oh, I should stay.
All right.
I'm going to do 8 pounds of acid now.
That's first of all.
That's too much.
Maybe it's on.
First of all, that's too much. That's what you get to say, Michelle.
Maybe it's on like really heavy cardstock or something.
Yeah. Yes. Let me eat this.
I'm going to put this in my...
8-pound cardboard brick with 100 milligrams.
I can't wait to put the stub in my fish binder.
All right.
Okay, that was personal to him, and honestly, thank you for it because that's very funny.
Then underneath he writes, "It was a miracle."
I have never been miracled.
Oh.
I've only been a miracle giver.
Oh, well, you know
You
what?
genuinely hurt his feelings.
Next Burning Shadows show, stand around outside. You just might encounter a miracle.
An angry guitarist saying, "Where the hell are you?"
You get the fucking side Dave we're on.
So wait, were you walking around with? You were
Yeah,
just like someone doing that.
Well, first,
Do you go like how do you miracle someone?
hold on. Before we do that, we did sell one of the tickets before him because he met an
initially-
American man on the subreddit.
Okay.
Who then, when we met him, proceeded to get both of us and his fiance white girl wasted on delicious wine.
Back off a second.
Whoa.
On the white girl wasted part from me.
Yeah.
Because I successfully shepherded my wife to and from a concert. And if we're going to talk about white girl wasting, my dearest darling,
I don't remember how I got home.
she doesn't remember how
Okay.
the concert ended.
Because she got white girl
Because
wasted.
there was some German beer happening.
right there.
Oh yeah, mirror.
Mirror, mirror. Which doesn't help because if you've seen Blind Guardian, they closed with Mirror, mirror.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
Like,
yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw Blind Guardian not close with Mirror, mirror. It's not even on the album that they were touring to commemorate.
But wait, okay, wait. So did you meet the gentleman who got you drunk?
Yeah.
First.
Yes. So we did, and
this is all happening in like an 18-hour period.
Yes.
Okay.
My goal had been to meet some local person who had some tangential interest in metal.
So you're going to introduce Blind Guardian to the local Germans?
No, I wanted someone to translate for me.
Okay.
I wanted someone to translate the rock talk. So, I get talking to this guy on Reddit, and he's like, "Oh yeah, awesome, right? I live in Munich. I'll drive in for the show."
He's an American gentleman who lives in Munich. Okay.
Sure. Yep. Turns out, yes. Okay. He's a Bostonian.
A
Patriots fan.
Hey, it's a wicked cool concert going on, David.
Yeah. These kids are fucking great.
I heard they're not even really blind.
So we meet up with Tom and his fiance, whose name was Helen? No, it wasn't Helen. It was
Inga?
a very American woman's name. It was like Nancy, but it wasn't Nancy.
Susan?
Karen.
Karen.
That was
No, it was Karen. It was Karen.
Damn it, it was Karen.
Yeah.
Karen and Tom.
She was super sweet. But yeah, got a little drunko follow.
Okay.
And
Ich will das Manager saying.
Name's Tom, like Brady.
it was. It was.
Okay, so you got drunk.
It was Tom, like Brady.
You suck. Okay, so
Everybody else got drunk.
okay.
And then
You didn't get drunk.
No, because I got this fucking knee scooter. that I
Oh
have to
yeah,
navigate
and you're
around,
on like
I don't want to
Vicodins and
ruin-
paracetamol.
They didn't give me any drugs.
Oh man.
I didn't want to ruin my other ankle or
Right,
fall off
because you're
of
in a
it and
precarious
fuck
situation
myself.
already.
Yeah. So,
But your pushing brigade is drunk.
I am the pushing brigade.
Okay, all right.
It's,
Okay.
it's one of those knee scooters. It's not
Okay,
a
I mean,
wheelchair.
I'm-
So,
okay.
Michelle is nothing but helpful, but not so much helpful in the ambulating. That's
Gotcha.
really me.
Okay.
No, I just carry shit like Lydia.
She just Lydia'd it up.
Did she ever use you as like a crutch-mobile?
I definitely had bags hung off of the
Okay,
handlebars of my scooter.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I carried the water bottles and stuff.
Did you put baseball cards in the spokes?
You know, I didn't think to do that. I didn't think to do that.
Does he have a motorized scooter?
I'm motor scooter.
It sounds like a motorbike.
I didn't even know they made those.
So we show up at the venue, which like any folks,
Yeah, describe the venue.
it is like any-
Outdoor, indoor.
It is an outdoor, indoor. Well, there is an outdoor.
There's
okay.
a food truck
And
slash
there's an
bar
indoor.
truck.
Yeah, they've got like this kind of fenced-in area where there is it's a bar truck. There was no food.
Okay.
That's true. There was
Is
no
it like
food.
a Jiffy Lube Live?
No. It's like it's like a big 930 club.
Okay, all right.
What's the outside part?
The outside part is like if 930 club was standalone and you had a place where you could hang out and drink outside.
But you can't like listen to the band from
you can't hear the
outside.
band. Well, you can hear them, but you're not gonna listen.
But
to
it's
them.
like
right. It's like
okay, it's you couldn't like
you can't enjoy it.
you couldn't eat a sausage
No,
and nod your head to the grooves.
it's not like a Vakken like clear line of sight sort of situation.
Okay.
No. So we arrive at the venue and immediately run into the security team, right? Because they're checking people out. And Tom has only gotten one ticket because his fiance Karen, doesn't give a shit about Blind Guardian.
Kaylin.
Girl got too drunk. So we have 3 other tickets that we're trying to get rid of.
You didn't let Karen in?
She didn't want to come.
Where would she go?
She went back to the hotel that they rented because she was all shit faced.
Oh, okay, all right. That's
And then Tom did well by her. Get hammered.
I wonder if that'll translate.
Ich bin gehammet.
And she'll be going,
And so we're trying to get rid of these other 3 tickets. We find what did we do? We left them with the door staff, and
no, we didn't leave them. We told them.
that's right. We said we were trying
after
This is not America.
Let her talk.
After they took the scooter away from you and they put it in the VIP area,
the
and
VIP trailer.
then we also found our sexy guard people. there was one of the ticket scanners was like, hey, so my brother and his friend are trying to get into the show, and
like venue staff.
venue staff.
He had lived in Louisiana for a while as a teenager.
Hi, y'all.
He's a German guy, yeah.
Wie geht's, y'all?
Wie geht's, y'all?
So this
guarantee.
this like 6'7" gigantic tall teenager looking man shows up, and he's like, well, how much are you going to charge for that ticket? I was like, beer. And he looked at me like he didn't know what to do with me, and I was like, no, I was like, literally, I will give you the ticket and you will give me a round of beer. And then later on in like the
$80 beer, please.
then
like he also slipped me 30 euros and which I promptly spent on merch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was true to his word. He did find me, and he dragged me to the politely, but he did drag me politely to the bar, and we picked up beers, and then that was the beginning of the end for me.
Impressive, 'cause
What
it was like,
a miracle!
it was an hour.
You can hit him.
I'm not gonna hit him. He's
As
just,
long as it's on mic, you can.
Yeah, you
I'll
can
hit him. Here, point the mic right here.
Okay, here we go. Ow!
I'm afraid of spilling more on the couch.
Now my shoulder and my tummy hurts.
Astonishing. An hour and a half later, like in the middle of the show, this guy appears out of the crowd and is like, "Come on, we're getting that beer.
I need to get you beer.
Come on,
Come on. Dave, come on.
come on." There was a wild condom machine in that bathroom.
Well, that was a transition. I wasn't. He's got a photograph, kids.
Welcome to Podcast Them Down. We don't do segues here.
Yeah.
What song did you leave
Yeah.
to look at the comments? There are no breaks in this segment.
There were not. I did not go during the show. I held my pee until I had
Okay.
an
You know, if
opportunity.
you had a condom.
Yeah, if you had economy. Butts
right.
is sats.
So here,
Is one of those condoms looking like a donut? What is that?
Oh, that's the mini vibrator.
yes,
And the vibrating penis ring.
yes,
The virgin I don't know what that is.
It's not a condom machine.
I'm
indeed
concerned with
It's
the
a sex toy
A
machine?
sex toy machine.
I'm concerned with the Billy Boy. I don't want to find out what that is.
Are you kidding me, David? This is the first
I'm
I'm
dead
hearing
serious.
about this.
I told you that night. You were just too drunk.
I was, in a way.
Don't you remember you said
So, but for our viewers who can't see the picture on my phone, these look like grocery store quality.
Yeah, no,
like
they-
out of the vending machine that you put 20.
I would expect to see that at Walgreens.
Yeah, exactly. Billy Boy, my goodness.
We do have to talk about our translators / David's bodyguards, David and Toby.
What, David and Toby?
I met my doppelganger.
Oh.
Or my doppelganger.
Was his like opposite foot had like a did it have like a shovel gash
Wow. No, he was.
Shovel Gash, good name for like a punk band.
or a thing in Dave's vending machine?
Oh,
Okay. Great.
All right, so you met two gentlemen.
Toby,
Toby
wherever
and David.
Toby,
There we were.
Toby, darling, wherever you are, you have been discussed at length with many women over here in America. I know you are committed to your girlfriend, but I thank you so much for your service, Dave.
you made.
Do you believe in miracles?
Darling David, you were a consummate gentleman,
She's
and
talking
it
about
was
the other
a
David,
The other one,
not
me.
you.
and it was
listeners.
simply a pleasure to make out with you in the middle of a Irish pub in
What?
Memmingen.
She's a charming woman.
Wait, what? But these are your employees, Dave. I don't think
know.
you should stand for that.
So let me. I'd like to clarify.
Yeah, please.
These are not the people who got the tickets.
No, wait.
These are just a couple of random dudes that we met outside the show because one of them was wearing a vintage
at
sword
the
shirt.
taco truck.
At the taco truck that only sold beer. Yes.
Okay, the beer.
I cannot emphasize how much no food there was.
What time of the day is this show?
How
The
long?
show- doors-
At what
okay.
point in the set did you go to the Irish pub?
Doors, very after.
Okay. all right.
Okay.
Oh, I also lost the disc.
Yeah, we did lose some merch because
Oh,
of
no.
drunkenness. Don't worry.
You bought it.
a backup
All right,
copy.
good.
So the gig, the doors were at I think 7
Okay.
or something like that, and the show was supposed to start at 8.
Now, having just been in Europe myself, it's dark by then.
It was
okay.
It was very dark
Okay,
by
so
the time we went in.
It's already dark.
And if you've ever seen, I love you guys, Blind Guardian, if you're watching. If you've ever seen
listening.
watching.
Because they're blind.
Fellas, if someone's describing the set to you.
Give your Microsoft narrator.
If you've ever seen Blind Guardian, or if you've ever been, the local opener for a Blind Guardian show, you might be familiar with the inordinate amount of time they take to set up. Now, I think
how
it's
your
worth
love
it.
letter begins by low-key trashing them.
I just say inordinate in a bad way.
They they're
They've got
just
a very specific sound that they need to execute.
Yeah, okay.
and I believe that happened because they weren't going to give up on getting a good sound at Jack's.
Okay. Well, you
Having
should've-
played at Jack's,
Yeah.
it sounds like dog shit
At some
on
point,
stage.
you have to
Okay.
give up.
Sounded.
You had to. Okay, I didn't realize it was.
It was Jackson.
Where else
Probably
would it-
like, oh no, we're gonna get this right before anyone goes anywhere.
Okay.
Are you getting bored? It was not our band that Blind Guardian bumped. At any rate, the show didn't start until after 9.
Okay.
And then they
so
played,
doors
like-
at 7.
Doors at 7:30, 7:30.
That's a lot of drinking time.
There's a lot of drinking time.
And you've already
we took
gotten white girl
advantage-
wasted.
We took advantage of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we sure did.
So,
That's enough to come down and go back up again.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like
All right.
we walked it off to get to the venue,
Yeah.
and then we met our new buds, and
Right.
then
But
sold our tickets, and then that ticket beer came in,
Yeah,
and then David and Toby had bought us around.
But how did you wait? I think you for the
did we-
second time you skipped meeting David.
There's
and Toby.
really not much to say. It was
Okay.
like we were standing next to each other, and I had said something in English.
And then all of a sudden your lips meet.
Yes, that was basically how it happened.
My name's David. My name's David.
Did they was it like that time we were you had one beer at Vakken? Oh, we're gonna do several Vakken episodes.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh
One beer
man.
at Vakken, but a beer at Vakken is 1 liter, so it's 3 beers in the U.S.
So that's precisely what happened. And
metric
we weren't
system.
given liters, but they were half liters, and a half liter
1.5
is
beers for our American
measly.
friends.
A half liter is 16.5 fluid ounces,
Okay, and that's
which
respectable.
is a bare smidgen, a heavy pour over an American, not an imperial, pint.
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable drinking half liters,
Mm-hmm.
but there is something about the German Reinheitsgebot that empowers the alcohol punch
Okay.
in a way that you don't get with domestic American beer.
Yeah.
This is probably,
It's some kind of purity law.
hogwash science.
Yeah.
But yeah, they hit differently. So, after 2 hours of Blind Guardian and various rounds.
Opener? Was there an opener?
There was no opener. It was an evening with
Wow.
Blind Guardian.
Nice.
They did in other areas. They did a 40-minute documentary about Somewhere Far Beyond, the making of the album, the '92 tour.
Whoa.
But they did not do this in Memmingen.
I think that's online somewhere.
It is.
Could you buy the DVD?
One could if they released it physically, but they've been doing this documentary series about each album.
Oh,
through
wow.
Nuclear Blast, available on Nuclear Blast's YouTube site.
We don't advertise other content creators.
No, we do all the time.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Although, if you want to send some free Blind Guardian merch my way, nuclearblast.de.
Dave will pay for shipping.
I will pay for shipping, assuming it doesn't come DHL.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
If they put it in DHL, it won't come DHL.
Did you say?
DHL. I would still like my 30 Burning Shadow shirts, please, and my 500 CDs.
Yeah, that would be great.
Please?
DHL, bitte.
Did you send him the photo of the box?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't hurry, late.
Don't. Yeah. Don't. But that's later in the story.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so you've met Toby and David,
Met Toby and David.
and also you met the Louisiana boy,
Louisiana boy who hooked us up with the guy who wanted the tickets for his brother and his brother's friend at home.
Tom
Wait,
and
are you leaving the show at this point?
Tom
in
and
your story?
Karen.
We can if we want.
I just wanted to talk about the set.
So we
Did Tom enjoy the show?
We don't know because
Oh
Tom,
no!
Well, Tom went back to his hotel with Karen to get her. Actually, we do know in bed.
Sexy time?
I hope not.
She puked.
Barfing in a canal.
She puked in the canal.
Sexy time.
This 90-pound woman was puking her guts out in the canal.
90, 88,
87.
So we told Tom, come meet us at our hotel. And time continued to pass.
Excuse you, time. What is time?
What Tom was thinking.
Did you have to journey through the dock to get to the hotel?
Very nearly, we had to journey through the dock to get to the venue.
That's the joke.
I got it. I
See
got
the
it.
joke there?
I got it.
Blind Guardian song.
When you got to the hotel, was it a black chamber? And then began the theater of pain.
That was the other episode.
Quest for Channel
Wow.
So I told Tom, I'm like, look, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get over to this place, what with the whole leg and everything.
Yeah.
We're going to start walking. We'll see you over there.
Is it downhill?
No, it's very flat.
Okay.
So he presumably got there, but we never saw him again after that. But then I connected with him on Reddit, and he said, yeah, it was awesome. Thanks, bro.
Okay.
Okay, the set.
The set.
They played Somewhere Far Beyond. All of it.
All of it.
Straight through?
Nearly all of it.
Nearly all.
Nearly
So
all of
here's
it.
the thing. Let's backtrack, and I'll get this off my chest really quick. The U.S. release of Somewhere Far Beyond has several bonus tracks on it. One of which is a beautiful cover of Queen's "Spread Your Wings."
Okay.
And
So they didn't play that.
did not play the bonus track.
Okay.
I knew they weren't going to, but there was still like that little part of me that was like,
Maybe
they will.
Maybe.
Like the part of me that's like, maybe they'll have a drummer problem and they'll need someone to sit in. Like not this time.
Is anyone here a drummer?
Who knows our entire catalog?
Look, that man in the scooter.
Yeah, the one with only one leg.
So they did the Bard song, both parts.
Yeah, they sure did.
That must have been cool. And then
It was very cool.
after the Bard song, Matt'll like this. After the Bard song is a song called "The Piper's Calling" and "Somewhere Far Beyond," which has a doodle sock.
Yes.
Ein Dudelsack.
Woo!
Which,
That's German for bagpipes.
bagpipes. Doodle sock.
Einen Dudelsack gesehen.
So how did they handle? How did the Germans handle the doodle sack in front of everyone?
So there was no actual live Dudelsack.
You suck.
You clip the mic every time you do
I
that.
know. It's so amazing.
This was not an In Extremo concert. There was no live Dudelsack.
Oh, man.
I know.
All right. Good night, everybody.
That was even less likely than them covering Queen. Interestingly, though, Frederick does play the snare drum part live. Frederick being the drummer
like the
for
marchy.
Yeah, he
the
plays
marchy
like the
thing.
marchy
Okay.
part.
Yes.
You have to tell them about.
Oh, I'll tell them all about Nightfall.
So
Batman comic.
Quietly, it crept in and changed us all.
So then after that, they did. Here's the rest of the set.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings,
Ooh.
the song, which is only 3 minutes long.
Oh, it's the Amazon version.
Nightfall.
Wow.
Banished from Sanctuary.
Yes.
Violent Shadows.
Okay.
Time Stands Still at the Iron Hill.
Yep.
Born in a Morning Hall, which Burning Shadows did a great cover of.
Oh, that sounds great.
Well, most of
Is
Burning
that on that
Shadows.
official bootleg?
No.
Oh.
It's,
It's on YouTube. Oh, and it will be on streaming services in 2023.
Yes.
And then and the story ends, and that's when they stop to do the encore. Smart.
Oh, so clever. I need to go to Germany.
they craft their set lists with some amount of amusing consideration.
I like
They didn't play Welcome to Dying, though, did they?
They did. Their encore was Sacred Worlds,
Yep.
Valhalla, and Mirror Mirrors. So it looks to me like they played one brand new song, one sort of new song, one really, really old song.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then everything else was everything you wanted to hear.
Pretty much.
That sounds like a great show, actually.
And it was like some interesting deep cuts, like, and the story ends is one that they've been playing more in recent years that they didn't used to do.
Okay.
It used to be if you were going to get something from Imaginations from the other side, it was either going to be Imaginations or
The other
like,
side.
The other side, right? Or Mordred's song.
Okay,
or
Mordred's song,
not-
okay.
maybe not Mordred's song. Either Mordred's song or Bright Eyes.
Okay.
You know, Born in a Morning Hall. again, was one that went unplayed for a long stretch of years.
Do you think it's just they just want to switch things up, or?
Yeah, I do. And it's interesting the kind of songs, I don't know. I don't go to a whole lot of mainstream, like, yes, I know.
You're getting the wrap-ups.
Yeah, exactly. I see too much Fish. They change their set list every night.
We're going to play that 50-minute song now.
It's actually pretty close.
Yeah.
You're starting out stash there. I like it. Yeah, you know more about Fish than you let on.
I'm going to throw away all my razors.
Maybe you're gonna get miracled next time you go.
Oh my God, that would be incredible.
Your razors? What do you say?
I'll get you some card stock so you can do a few pounds of acid.
Actually, it depends on the size sugar cube.
It was all going well until I did 8 pounds of acid.
So I'm glad they mixed up the set a little bit in other areas. Like they played Majesty some nights, which I have mixed feelings about that song.
So I like that song, but it just goes on and on and on and on. But it's not boring the way Metallica, every song on Metallica's Death Magnetic goes on and on and on and on.
Would it have been like, if you had your druthers?
Yes.
Would it have been worth seeing multiple shows on this tour? Or would there have been too much overlap, do you think?
There would have been too much overlap.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the next show and I'll see.
That being said, I looked at a lot of the set lists and most of them are pretty much identical.
Okay.
They didn't play Banished from Sanctuary at every show, which I felt very blessed to have seen.
Lost in the Twilight Hall.
Yeah, they didn't play Lost in the Twilight Hall for us. But again, Banished from Sanctuary is up there with my favorite Blind Guardian songs.
Yeah, that was the only difference.
Oh, wow.
And they played, I think didn't they play Majesty certain nights?
I haven't found one yet.
At any rate,
doesn't mean they.
I think it was Berlin. At any rate, I can't think of a better set list for them to have played alongside that album. And it was a real treat to get to see them do the whole thing all the way through, because I still...
In Stuttgart, they played Majesty's the second encore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, a second encore. Yeah, you don't get that all the time. But I don't want to jump the gun or anything, but 2023 is the 25th anniversary of Nightfall in Middle Earth.
Oh, shit.
And
We might have to go to Germany.
the literal only thing I want
anyway
is...
Play the doodle sock.
There's no doodle sock on night. I don't know.
Oh, there will be.
Go
trying
ahead.
to think, there's no doodle sack. All I want is a Nightfall in Middle Earth 25th anniversary tour so I can buy some more merch and see them play that album all the way
Yes,
through.
let's go.
Speaking of merch.
Can be podcast them down on location.
Yes.
Speaking of merch.
Speaking of merch.
Speaking of merch.
Your quick DHL story.
Oh, yeah, my quick DHL story. So after buying a signed earbook and this awesome shirt that my wife is wearing.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, are we not going to talk about the fact that I burst into tears during Nightfall, embarrassing everybody?
Well, I guess we're going to talk about that now.
That's
we are.
That's
Go
really
ahead, Michelle.
that's really about it.
Let's hear more about it.
I was turned, and then they started playing Nightfall, and I had started reading the similar.
Play it poorly?
No, I had been reading. No, I had been reading the Silmarillion, and nobody can convince me otherwise that Yavanna did not sing actual lullabies to her babies, those fucking trees that Ungoliant and Morgoth slayed. And I was like, I have never just like wholesale sobbed over anything. And I've been to several funerals of beloved family members.
None of them were trees, though.
I didn't like any of them.
The way I cried about fictional trees.
Oh, they're sad trees. I mean, they're beautiful trees. Didn't you see them in the Rings of Power?
I sure did.
Well, maybe what if Blind Guardian wrote some songs about them?
Well, they did. They wrote about the.
I mean, about the other sad things you've been to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. That's the long and short of that.
None of our family funerals have been as horrifying as the kinslaying or the burning of the ships.
How did Toby and David react to sobbing?
Well, David ended up making out with me, and he's married, so there's that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Michelle just
while you were crying,
air
or
all of this business right over.
That's a
the
bit
internet.
weird.
No, not
oh, it usually
during.
happens for me.
Not during. He took us to an Irish pub who then proceeded to give us more beer, even though I begged them to open the kitchen back up, because I was like, if I don't have frites right now, I don't know what's going to happen to me.
Spoiler
You
alert.
Americans always want your fries.
I know what happened when she didn't get her frites.
If I don't get a goddamn shepherd's pie right now.
This is a cottage pie. What the fuck?
Stupid Jerry's.
Soda bread, who cares?
There was no convincing the kitchen to begin operations again at that time of the morning.
Oh, morning.
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. at that point.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes, it was, Michelle. You were frightful.
I was in a way.
You were more out of control than I've seen you.
I could have DHL'd you some cereal.
But DHL.
Yeah, let's now the comparatively less exciting. Thank you for that.
Exactly. The worst part of the whole DHL experience is that it was necessary in the first place because we went to the second show of the tour. And as Burning Shadows can relate, Blind Guardian didn't have all of their merch.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. They didn't have the tour shirt
that you're wearing.
that I'm wearing with the album dates, or the album dates.
The tour dates.
Tour dates on the back, which was super important to me because I am a materialistic custy. So was corrected online when I made a comment about, they didn't have one with tour dates, and the guy was like,
Actually, they do,
and I'm going tonight. And I was like, oh,
is this another sketchy
want to be a merch
internet
buddy for me?
Oh my god.
So he was like, yeah, I'll do it.
You really live in the lifestyle.
On the razor's
Well,
edge.
I just want to point out everyone he's talked to in Germany has come through.
Well, not the gentleman at DHL though.
Well, eventually it did.
But that wasn't online.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not his fault that he is stuck in a DHL system from which there is no escape if you're a German.
So he bought the shirt.
He bought the shirt for me, DHL'd it,
Okay.
and it finally arrived a month later after spending 2 weeks circling between Greensboro, North Carolina, and Hyattsville.
Back and forth.
Oh
and back
no.
and forth. And back and forth and back and forth.
With the United States, you know the scene in Mallrat where that kid is back on the escalator? Every day I would open up the tracking and I'd be like, the package is back in Greensboro.
Yeah, and you sent me a picture of the box as they alluded to earlier. It was beat to shit.
It was pre-opened.
As was the one box that I shipped home from Germany.
One surviving box.
The one surviving box was beat to shit.
God, they just like drop
They do not
their
give
stuff
a fuck.
out the cargo door of their planes. Thank you, DHL. Vielen Dank for finally getting me this awesome shirt and charging me 50 fucking euros to do it.
50 euros?
50 euros. It was an 80 euro shirt.
Do you still have the screen printer? We could have made him a
God damn. I was like,
No, I don't.
Oh, damn it.
he sent the bill of lading, or the packing slip had the price on there. I was like,
Wow.
I hope I'm not like getting scammed by this guy. He's like, yeah, it's 50 euros
50
to
euro,
ship
man.
it.
They
But it was.
quick aside.
You have to pay for quality.
A guy in Spain requested an Eisenmore CD to promote Eisenmore in Spain.
Okay.
How much does it cost to send a 4-ounce CD to Spain?
How many pounds of acid is that 4-ounce CD?
I am going to guess that is $30.
Oh, well, it would be a bargain at $26, which is about 3 times the price of the CD.
Wow.
So he does not have a CD. I offered to send him the digital copy, which is free.
And instructions on how to burn a CD?
No, don't even get us started on burn CDs.
Oh, I've heard. Thought you said it was a fucking CD.
Yeah, asshole.
All right, so
the
show was great.
success.
Show was great.
Amazing.
Time traveled to
The next day. Michelle did, at least. I was present for all of it.
Okay.
you took a roll around the city.
Yeah, and well, so we were.
No, then you went somewhere else.
We were going to go to Neuschwanstein the day after the show.
Okay.
But we were so just
Turnt.
painfully
Sleepy
hungover.
time?
Oh no, just utterly fucked. Hung the fuck over.
Okay.
That we were like, fuck this. We're going back to Munich. We're going to get some
I feel like a
currywurst.
doodle sock.
I feel like a doodle sock. I need some like vegetables because it's been 72 hours of pork.
Soak up the wow. Okay, soak up the poison.
So we went back to the hotel.
Them hogs gotta eat.
Yo, man. Went back to the hotel, took a very early nap, and we're like, fuck this. We're going to eat the tickets that we
You're
bought.
gonna eat the tickets.
Not the tickets for Blind Guardian, but the ones that we got for Neuschwanstein, because they give you timed entries. Every 5 minutes, a timed entry begins.
Wow, that's very German.
But only every 15 minutes is it one in your language. So,
okay.
Pretty good setup there,
What's
right?
the second
That's very
language?
funny, David. It wasn't every 15.
French.
It wasn't every 15 minutes. It was every 5 hours.
Every 5 minutes, there was a group that
There was another group, but every 5 hours it was English because we went to the one at noon, and then there was another English one at 5.
5.
But we didn't
Could have
go
gotten
to
the Norwegian one.
Oh, we could have. I don't think they did one.
They did
just
not do a
German one.
You could have gotten the Swedish one and struggled to try to understand it.
I think this is a chair of some.
So we didn't. We ended up like not using the tickets that we had pre-registered.
Did you miracle them to somebody?
We did not. We didn't give a fuck about that.
You didn't go on the.
No, I didn't go to www.
r/Bavaria.
Actually, that's where I posted the Blind Guardian ones at the first time.
So wait, did you not go to the Castle of Wall?
We didn't go the day that we were meant to, but we did go the day before we were supposed
good.
to last.
Okay.
Which was, in retrospect, wise because it was a Monday.
Was it an all-day
It
excursion?
was an absolute all-day excursion,
Wow.
and there is no way I would have been able to propel myself up
Right.
that mountain
You need to.
Stonehenge.
in a drunken
Yeah.
state.
Oh, let's go to Stonehenge.
It's
That
like
takes most of your
6
day.
hours
to
away.
get there, 2
Yeah.
hours back. Yeah,
Well, we stayed in Bath, and it was still, which is
Oh, it's
still
it's probably pretty
very
far.
far. Yeah. But yeah, Neuschwanstein was worth every single aching step and
Okay.
all the time to go. It's wild. It's
Well, to be fair, you only had half the steps she did.
Did you avoid that spinning wheel thing? You didn't prick your finger on it, so you didn't go to sleep.
indeed no. I was very careful.
No, we fell asleep on the. We did fall asleep on the train though after we consumed our doner, which was
Okay, no, don't I come up? Okay. Yeah.
holy shit.
National dish of Germany.
There
At this point, yes.
there were sounds I made on that train that should not ever be recorded.
Something like that, I guess.
Almost pornographic. Yes, it was wonderful. It was.
Slurps, the moans, the crunching.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so you had a rest day,
We had a rest day.
then you had a castle day.
And then we flew out.
Should
the
you be
following
resting
morning.
on Sunday?
Me
We did
personally?
rest on
No,
Sunday.
you personally.
Well,
We got Blind Guardian counts.
You're off by it.
oh, yes,
It's like
it's to lay low.
it is safer in Germany, but still not safe.
Okay.
I jest.
Hey, the show was after sundown, so
show,
he's good.
Well, sundown sounded like it was at 3 o'clock.
It's extremely,
pretty much
it's
is at
extremely convenient in the winters.
Oh, what are you doing?
That was almost dangerous.
Well, at least it didn't spill onto the couch.
Yeah. Well, you're getting onto the plane then.
Getting onto the plane, right?
So you're back in Munich
stayed
now.
at the airport hotel because we had a flight out at 6 a.m.
Oh.
So, well,
That's a get.
What is with you and 6 a.m.
Are you
flight?
getting to the airport at 4 a.m.?
that was the idea.
Oh no!
Oh, it gets worse.
Well, in Athens.
It was a successful idea.
Why?
Athens is a little worse because you're flying so far west. You have
Yeah.
to get oh, no. But
I like
this flight was like way earlier than mine,
Yeah.
and the taxi from Athens to the airport is ludicrously expensive. So we
Shared a cab
shared
Yep.
it, and I was there for
like 4 a.m. Oh my! I've been there.
I will buy the cheapest, absolute cheapest flight.
I buy.
Apparently,
Metal Nation. This man
he
lies.
did not buy it.
That's correct. It did not. It didn't come out of my checking account. It came out of
Okay.
the savings account that I pay into.
Right? Well,
Sure.
joint savings account.
Right.
Anyway,
This might be the last time Lady Spencehammer joins us, Metal Nation, on Podcast Them Down.
you
I don't know. She might want to be on here more often to,
Yeah, I kinda
to
like it.
call you out on your
And your bullshit.
your treachery.
Tell me about those flights you bought then.
the flights I bought that ended up getting canceled.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, we got
What do you
first
mean
of all
canceled.
No,
that flight wasn't canceled.
Canceled or missed?
Excuse
My wife
me.
might have still been drunk from her excursion in Memmingen, but
No,
it
I was
certainly not a
extremely
canceled
tired.
flight.
I was extremely
They were
tired.
delayed, and
I really
First
get
of all,
tired
the
when I drink.
bus. First of all, if you recall,
my 32-year-old wife here had a meltdown
Okay.
in the security line.
Well, there's nothing people love at airports more than meltdowns.
Yeah, they were thrilled to hear this. Like,
Okay, so you
I
get to the,
insist that this plane take off.
I did not do that.
In the security line. It's too early to.
Yeah, this is true. That's
either I get on the plane or everyone dies.
It was at the gate.
It was at the gate.
We need to wait. Let's herd these kittens.
Yeah, let's bring this back in.
So you're trying to get there at 4 a.m. Were you successful?
We were successful getting on the bus. The bus driver then dropped us off at Terminal 1. We needed to go to Terminal 2. So we asked him to go to Terminal 2, and he said, we don't do that. But he started screaming at us in German, and he was like, you gotta walk. And I was like, all right, well, we got this fucking scooter, so okay. And we walked to Terminal 2, which took us like 10 minutes, which was fine. We go through security. First, we get to the check-in with, I'm gonna say this, Deutschland. I'm a fan. Whoever is the gentleman who was handling our check-in was the sloth from Zootopia. Did not fit the stereotype. I was shocked.
Hey, you
Not
guys.
motivated to efficiency.
Really not motivated at all to give a fuck. He then asked us for our COVID passports, and we said, we don't need those. And he said, yes, you do.
We're in America.
So,
Germans like paperwork, guys.
This was the Portuguese airline again.
Oh, yeah.
yes,
So you
but,
had to go back through Lisbon.
but Lufthansa was doing all of the check-in.
So we naturally,
Code shares.
as prepared Americans, had our COVID documents
on our phones.
digitally, to which this charming man said, that's just a picture. If you show me a picture of money, you cannot buy something.
Oh my God.
Verbatim.
To which I wish to say to him, this is a digital picture of a QR code that says I can get on a plane. Does this not count either?
You
Which
don't
I
just-
did not say.
If you show me a picture of money,
Yes.
I was like, I'm going to show you a picture of
dick
my
bag.
goddamn 2 fingers like this, you guy.
let me know if you're hungry. I can send you a picture of food.
Yeah. So, like, he was a huge asshole for no reason at the desk.
It is 5 a.m.
Oh, yeah, because I don't have to be at work at 5 a.m. and be nice to my coworkers and all the people I have to talk. Anyway,
Okay.
I was also up early and paying for the privilege.
All right,
So wait,
okay.
no, that's right. Michelle paid for the privilege.
Michelle, yeah. You let Michelle pay for the
Yeah, I allowed her.
because you're
pay for
saving
the
up for some new splash symbols.
That's right. She offered to buy me one. She was like,
How much of one of these
how much
things
is
could
it?
cost?
$10?
They're called Zildjidours. They're just as good.
What do you want the one with the Z on it? We don't support Russia in this house.
They're called
You
Saboons.
gotta switch to Sabian.
Sabayans.
Whatever.
At any rate, our unpleasant gate agent did come and find us
Okay.
later on and
All
was
right.
like, I see you're injured. Would you like to board first?
Now I'm thinking of a pair of Adidams. Comes with one extra stripe.
Oh, would you like I'm wearing Pamus sneakers.
Samu sneakers. So, given the,
Whoa.
given the gross inconvenience
That tastes
to
a lot like cereal.
a lot like fruit fruit.
Wait, but how'd you get on without your
Yeah, how'd you get on without your...
physical? Did he print out the picture?
Oh no, they didn't care.
Oh yeah, he decided that he was tired of giving me a hard time.
Okay.
I've done it before. I guess I cosmically
Weird for a German to go drunk on power like that.
Yeah, I know.
This
You
is
never
the-
think of it happening.
This is an aside, but it's an appropriate aside. So I was walking into Belgium.
Yeah.
And I had my passport.
Yeah.
And at passport control, they just had a little slot.
Yeah.
That you had to stick your passport through.
Uh-huh.
And I was tired.
nothing on the
I
outside,
had
is
1
there?
hour of sleep, and so I kind of fumbled getting my passport in the slot. And the border control lady said, "Well, then you're not a postman." I said, "I'm not. You're right."
You caught me.
That's funny.
I was like, fucking Belgian humor.
So because the flight was delayed for more than 4 hours, they proceeded to give us 10 euros apiece. So we got 20 euros for breakfast. Now, Metal Nation, I do have to say, Spencehammer is a wonderful man and is a great drummer. He is an absolute nightmare to deal with as far as dining options in airports.
Airports, yes.
And I was operating on an hour and a half of sleep and no food and no patience, which I don't have very much to begin with.
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
When you're traveling, I'm gonna phrase this very gently,
You should pack
delicately. When you're traveling with someone who's picky, it is their responsibility to choose where you're going to eat.
And that would be wonderful. Only the other thing is he was raised by his parents who are clingy as shit, and they can't operate without one another within 3 feet of each other.
Dave,
so
why don't
he
we try
has
the
to be near
Milkateria?
me. He has to be near me, and he has to be near me, and he has to say,
I think there's a Dairy Queen.
I'm remembering a slightly different version of events wherein there was some yelling that happened at an innocent gate woman. And
Oh, no.
I was a little unwilling to leave her at my wife's mercy.
Okay.
Because, as she said, she had
Just get a fucking sandwich and get out of my face,
Yeah,
Dave.
there was a little bit of that energy.
Oh, no.
And when she mentions the hour and a half of sleep that she got, it's incidentally about as much as I got.
Okay.
And the zero food was for both of us.
Okay.
And
What did you end up eating?
I had a red currant Danish. Thank you for asking.
That sounds delicious.
It was delicious. It was very delicious.
What did you have, Dave?
I had a delicious lox sandwich on a bagel.
Ooh.
Well, hang on.
And then I had a deep fried donut tied into a pretzel shape.
Wow.
It was not as good as either a regular donut or a real pretzel would have been.
But still.
But the novelty. And it was a free airport voucher.
Were there any black currants in it?
No. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Do you remember those cronuts?
Yes.
Yeah. They probably looked at a pretzel and said, "What? We can do that too," and then
Bronut.
failed miserably.
Bronut doesn't really work.
I have an idea.
Ein Süßbrezel?
Oh wait, if we're talking about pretzels, we also got to go back. We got to go time travel backwards a little bit.
Hold up. Fuck you.
All right, we've gone backwards.
Now we're back. So tell us about your trip to Germany.
So it all
Eat any
started-
pretzels?
I just have to mention there was a
It's
brilliant.
ein Doodles.
There was a absolutely gorgeous pretzel seller at the Hofbrauhaus, and he filled those lederhosen in like 2 scoops of ice cream. I never got his name, and it was magical. Anyway,
Wait.
What a colorful metaphor.
Hold on. I hate to ask, but what's the arrangement of the scoops of ice cream?
Imagine a cone.
Are they side to side
No.
or front to
This guy was straight up vertical.
Okay.
Gluteus 1, gluteus 2.
Okay.
It's like really a marvel of the human physique.
Okay.
All right, do we need to zip forward back to the airport?
I think we do.
You fuck. So we've eaten our breakfast.
Okay.
We finally made it on.
Blackcurrant Danish.
Yes.
red currant Danish.
Red currant Danish.
Tantrums are done.
Cronut. Locks.
A sweet pretzel,
Sweet pretzel.
donut, fried, whatever.
A hearty bowl of fruit brute.
Bought our last European Fanta.
Okay.
And we've boarded the plane and then returned to Dulles.
Nice.
And then
Wow.
stood in line for customs
Oh.
be treated rudely by a fellow citizen.
You went to the old people mover to get to
yeah.
the customs.
yeah.
We almost barfed a little bit because of how gross they smell. And
Good thing you got that global entry though. Oh.
I hate Dulles so much.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Do you hate it more than Jiffy Lube?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's saying something.
Yes.
Okay.
If I had to
I
fly,
hate
I'd rather
Dulles
fly
so-
out of
here's
Jiffy
how much
Lube
I
than
hate
Dulles.
I paid hundreds more to fly
Hundreds.
through London and Toronto
Yes, you did.
to fly into BWI.
Wow.
For all of our
Oh yeah, you can do
anyone
that.
outside of the DC Baltimore
Area, it is worth it no matter what to go to BWI and possibly even Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Fuck Dulles.
Dulles is just the worst airport
Yeah.
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And I've been to Newark, I've been to JFK, I've been to LaGuardia.
He's been to Schiphol. He's
Yeah.
been to
I've been
Charles de
Panama
Gaulle.
City.
Oh, that's a pretty good airport.
Wait, is that where the grass is green and the girls are pretty?
What's that?
Is that where the grass is green and the girls are
Yeah,
pretty?
that's Paradise City. Actually, I'm from there.
I've been to LAX. I have not been to John Wayne International Airport.
I actually have been to John Wayne International Airport in
been to
Ontario, California.
We're getting the wrap up. So, all right.
Well, we're at the end of the trip.
Yeah, we're at the
back
end of
in
the episode.
Dulles.
We're back in Dulles.
We're only gone for 4 days.
Then you sat in about 3 hours of traffic to move one state over.
So,
Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Spencehammer Sr. For coming out and picking us up from Dulles.
worst
airport in the
got the old airport pickup.
the old mom and dad.
No
transit
Washington
authority.
Flyer taxi cab for you.
That.
Also, another Dulles tip. It takes just as long to drive straight into Maryland as it does to go to West Virginia first
Okay.
and then drive into Maryland.
The metro is going to be open soon. You can take the metro.
Yeah, someday.
Yeah, that, I would take the metro all the way from Dulles to the last stop where you can take it to BWI.
Okay, so let's each of you
Some final
just
thoughts.
a closing thought, and then we'll end the episode. It's been like 70 minutes.
Yeah, very little Blind Guardian in this
This was
episode.
supposed to be a 20-minute episode, wasn't
And
it?
they brought this back.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. We got.
Oh,
we
look at
got
that. It's
Rock
the
Hard.
It's a
Excuse me, Metal
German
Hammer.
issue
Metal
of
Hammer.
Metal Hammer, and it's all about Blind Guardian.
It is.
And it's all off Deutsch, so
Oh, that's pretty cool.
to stimulate Tim's mind.
takes a lot of work to read.
Oh, I'll read that article.
Mission.
Yeah.
Black and Gold is das Fünfte Thunder Mother album.
Yeah.
Thunder Mother.
Funda mother. All right, so we'll have Michelle go first. Just some closing statements.
Oh fuck! There's a Motorhead poster in here. Go ahead.
Okay, my final thought is simply this. If you have the money set aside and the audacious plans to take a very quick jaunt to a new country solely for the purpose of seeing a band that you desperately want to see, do it. Have the adventure. Life is both too long and too short to waste on agonizing over bullshit. Do what you got to do. Enjoy it.
And in Dave's case, you don't even need the money set aside because someone will pay your way.
Very true. All you have to do is clean up around the house and be a decent cook, and someone will take you on an international vacation.
Was that your closing thought, or do you have anything?
Well, no. I mean, I was busy trying to see whether Michelle was going to call me out on any other of my fabrications and embellishments over the course of this longer than expected episode. But here's what I'm going to say. Blind Guardian, final thought. If you do this again for Nightfall in Middle Earth, we will be back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do it. And Hansi, do the high parts.
Do the
Don't
high
be a
parts.
coward.
We got you on the choruses, buddy.
Well, much like the Guardians, I believe eating all this cereal has made me blind. So good night on behalf of me. And take it away, Tim.
Keep it blind. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep it blind, Guardian. In Middle Earth, Nightfall, somewhere, far beyond. As long as it's not Dulles.
You suck.